Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Oh, a bit of a croaky voice. It is early in the morning, got lots of things to do today. Mum's coming down and sort a few things out for the funeral, so we're going to crack on early this morning. So if you were with me in the last video on the Christmas Botanicals journal, you will have seen me sew the signatures in, 2 signatures, and today it is my intention to work on the backs of the envelopes. So we made these on, oops, something in there, come out, I think that might need making bigger. So we made these on film, and I'm going to work on the back of them, so like a tip-in to cover over when I get to it. I've gone past it, yes. To cover this. Okay, so hello and welcome. Don't know what the weather is because I haven't got my blinds open today, so a bit early yet. So my weather forecast today won't arrive. I've said hello and welcome, haven't I? So let's just get on with it. You can tell I've got all sorts on my mind today, can't you? So my mind is on the crafting, it's just not on the hosting, shall we say. Okay, so my idea is to use some craft envelopes on here. I'll show you with the other one, but what I've done is I was just having a little play. I've just glued down the flap without glitter glue and opened the other end. So I've got like kind of a tube that will just go over that. I didn't think when I put it down the bottom about everything being down the bottom, but I think if I use a craft envelope like that and glue it in front and back, obviously I need to ink in there to cover that white up a little bit and stick that on, then I've got a nice tipped in page really, and the white goes right up to there, so there's not much that won't be secured. Maybe I should glue that bit down, I don't know. And then I come across 2 beautiful things that I really wanted to put in the journal, so I think they will, yeah, they will go lovely, because with 2 signatures I've got one of these front and one of these back. Yep, so that's a picture from an old book about traditional Christmas. I just love it, and I think that'd be lovely on there. And then this one is a fussy cut from a kit. And you can tell that I'm stalling because I can't remember who it's from, can't. So there's 2 I always get muddled up with, and it's My Porch Prints. So it's either from My Porch Prints or it's from, who's the other one? Not Mrs. Coggs, there's another one. It's not going to come to me now at all, is it? I mean, every year I buy more and more Christmas fussy cuts, so you know, as the time goes on I really can't remember what's from who. Because I print a lot out at once, so it's not that I'm printing them constantly, so I can look at the name. If I can remember who it's by, I will put it in the description, but at the minute, unless it is My Porch Prints, then I forget. Gorgeous though, isn't it? Yep, so those 2 things. So I'll just show you what I did with this envelope. Oh yeah, and I pulled a couple of pages out from country papers or rustic papers, Christmas papers anyway, from Nanine at Collage Type. Yeah, and I thought we'd just, because of the crisscrossing on there, we'd just mat the back of it on there for journaling or whatever, and the image on the front. So a fairly, oh goodness me, yeah, what a voice. Must just be dry and not used. I don't feel like I've got sore throat or anything. What was I saying? Nope, it's gone. That squeak threw me completely off what I was saying. Oh yes, so I think I was saying just a nice simple tip in today. Nothing too stressful. I can't wait to get on with the embellishing and filling, but these little things have to be done first, so oops, patience. I mean, it is quite enjoyable. I quite like doing things like this. coming up with different ideas each time to cover the tip in. What to do with that pin? There it is. I lose it even more on this dark desk, so I've got more room to spread things around, definitely. Which side did I glue down? That one. But yeah, I'm still losing things at the moment. We did we did a lot of sorting out yesterday, and just to relax a little bit when we came home, really, just to clear our brains a little bit. My hubby did come in and we moved some boxes and bits around in the room, my craft room, the conservatory. So yeah, if I get a couple of hours in it, either tonight or tomorrow morning, I should be able to find a lot more of the things that I'm looking for. That will be nice, won't it? And then maybe you'll get to see part of it. At the minute you'll just be looking at boxes and mess. Yeah, I can't see why that wouldn't work. Like I say, I've not done it before, it's just really come to me, so I'll just get a brush if I can. Remember where I've put them, it should be in here. Yeah, part of my problem at the minute is I find a space for something and then I move things around a bit till I get everything in a regular space all the time. Nope, it's not there. It's not where I was keeping it. I'll have to try it with a dauber. Well, I'm not going to harm anything, am I? Because it's going to be covered up, so I just need that white in that crease. Using a lot of ink. Oh, it squeaks as well. Yeah, I just want that white bit in there, covering up both sides. It's probably going to leak onto that page, isn't it? Sorry about the squeak. Okay. Yeah, and I was talking quietly then as well, so I have had a request to try and talk a little bit louder. Roberta, I think, said to me, as she gets older, her hearing gets worse. Yeah, I'm with you there, Roberta, me too, very much so. And I'm aware that I do speak quietly at times, so I will try and speak up. I don't have the ability to turn the volume up on my videos when I make them. I'm not all seeing, all dancing, all singing, all dancing, I should say. You know, with the editing, etc. etc. There we go. So it's just me and my microphone, so I just must remember to speak up a little bit. I think I've got it closer to me today, so I've got it attached to me, so I'm going to try not to crackle it too much. Yeah, I think that's brought it down enough, hasn't it? It was rather stark white. I'm just wondering now what glue to put on it. So craft card grabs quite quickly, but what I need to do is glue both sides and get that in situ and straight. So I think I'm going to go for the Fabri-Tac, to be fair. I think it's a little, well, it's less runny, so I'm in theory likely to get it in less places, in theory. And I just think it will it won't dry quite as quick as the collage once it touches that the inside of that craft thing, because you know, once that craft card grabs the collage, it'll soak it up like nobody's business. So what I need is something here, piece of rubbish paper. Oh. Now it's a piece of white. I hope it's not going to affect the camera. I've seen on some people's films when they put something white down, yeah, the camera struggles to adjust a bit. Can't say I've ever seen it on mine, but I'm not a great white user, so I guess I'll see today. If that's making you go funny, it won't be there long. Right, I think that's good enough. Let's see. Sorry, that was the microphone wire. Let's get rid of that now. So yeah, there's going to be that little gap there, because I don't want it crashing into that page as we turn it. Now of course I could have cut the envelope down. Oh, I should have backed it first, I think, shouldn't I? I'll do that with the other one. You know, matted this. That would have been much easier. Made life difficult for myself there. Yeah. Do we think it's too wobbly? I don't think so. I'm wondering if maybe just a touch of art glitter glue in that top to keep it closed there. I mean, I needed to cut all the way across because, you know, to keep the line straight as much as anything else. Was I in there then? Yeah. Yeah, I don't dislike it. As you know, I do love these craft envelopes. I love the colour of the craft card, and it's thick without being actual card, you know. It's strong. Right, let's mat this one first, because I think that's going to make life easier for me. I've opened the side, yeah, and I have trimmed this one round, this paper. Yeah, I maybe could ink it as well before I put it in, so trial and error, this is how it goes. There's no way I could have done a prototype, really. Right, that's going to be my open side, so that's going in there. So we want to be that way up. It's hard work this time in the morning for my brain. Well, if truth be told, it's hard work for my brain most of the time. Getting things the right way around. If I rush into it. Right, so I'm not matting that bit though, so let's do that again. Were you telling me? I think I must have heard you. So that bit's going on the front. This is the bit that's going to be matted. It wants to go down that way. Is that what I did? Yeah, just turned it over to glue it, maybe. I don't know, anyway. I'm not sure I'm on camera over here. Was I too high as well? Oh dear. And I'm going to go with glue stick. Oh, I think, yeah, I am. It is a good strong glue stick, this Scotch glue stick. Even for something like this card, as long as you put plenty on, it's done the job so far. The only time this has let me down is on an odd corner, and that's most likely where I've actually missed gluing it, I would think. Otherwise it would, you know, it wouldn't have glued in other places as well if it was the glue. That's it, I think I've got everywhere there. Obviously the art glitter will come in if I've got corners stuck up. Yeah, so if I can get it level with the top, that's one less to cut round. Sorry if that's a bizarre angle for you. There's a train, morning train. People going to work, I expect. Yeah, I could have put it in there, but that is the side I think I cut by hand. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I cut by hand, so it's not necessarily straight, and the envelope should be. The other thing I could have done was obviously measured and cut it on the guillotine. Might have been oh dear. I've cut into the envelope there. Luckily it's the open side, so I don't want to be doing that here. Yeah, I've definitely made life harder for myself with the one that's in. I'm going to have to just mat it, I think. There's no way I'm going to get right to the edges, is there? But like I say before, they're two separate items and they're two separate signatures. Oh, have I done that right? Yeah. So they don't have to be the same. Now I'm just going to trim this edge because I took that chunk out, and I do want it to be level. It doesn't look bad actually, so I haven't taken much, but we'll start with a level playing field. I can make things wonky on my own without starting out with them wonky. Yeah, that's going on the back, that's right. I was thinking that's upside down. Right, so it's the back of that we're looking for. There. And there. Yeah, it won't sink in round because of that. You're nice and level there. That's better. I'm not sure that that side's level though. I like that with that, that's nice. Okay, so what did we say? Ink round it. Done your glue, Denise. Well, I would if I knew where it was. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I think I am talking quietly this morning, probably because it's morning. I really must talk up. So, I'm starting to see now quite a few Christmas projects going on in, or rather on YouTube, I should say, and on Facebook, but yeah, it's really getting me into the Christmas mood now. I'm seeing other people's Christmases happening as well. I have got a lot of Christmas journals to make, so yeah, just give me a little comment in the comments down below if you want to keep on seeing me making the Christmas journals, because you know I don't have to do them all on film. I think I do need to do a bit of a Christmas ephemera make, and I've got a couple, 2 other projects in mind, but generally I've got another, well, at least 4 I think Christmas journals to make. So if that's too much for you, just let me know, or you know, if you're looking forward to seeing all the different Christmas journals, I've got a couple of, definitely 1, maybe 2 pink ones coming up. I still fancy doing another blue one. Now I think that page is too long. Is that one at the front too long? Just got that one in, didn't I? Now there's no reason why I can't trim that in situ. Why didn't I think about that? Let me just have a flip through and see how it looks. So that's going to have something on it as well, but I haven't thought about that yet. No, I think that one works okay, doesn't it? So why did this one seem longer? You know, deeper this way, not longer. I got it on as far as I should. Ah, but it's because when you close the book it moves this way. No, it's well in with that one though. Okay, they're just going to be wide pages. Right, I'm just wondering now if I should do everything on here before I tip it in. Do we want this one on this page, do we think? I might just go a bit deeper. You know how much, if you've been with me a while, I love this ink on this craft card. Yeah, just a bit deeper in with it. It's not a really grungy journal that I'm making, but this particular tip-in, if you like, is going to be well inked. Oh, the birds are chitter-chattering. I don't know if you can hear them. And I know it's not raining. I always know when it's raining in here on the conservatory, even lightly, because you can hear the pitter-patter and there isn't one, so maybe we're going to have a nice day again. Right, do I want it up with a word under it? I words are in there, aren't they? Oh, what's that? Oh, I think I've got ink on ink or glue on my dressing gown. Oh dear. That'll teach me not to sit in it. And no, it won't. I'll still do it. Who am I kidding? Oh, we've got some in here that are on. Actually, there's one that says Carolyn, isn't there? Which would be... Are they Carolyn? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, I don't think they are. No, they're not. Yeah, it needs to be a bit more rustic, I think. Yuletide is a very kind of old-fashioned, traditional word for Christmas, isn't it? So maybe that's what I want. Now, I could back it onto something, but I am wondering about the bulk. Sorry, I realised I was talking quietly again then. I think I'm just going to put it down as it is. So let's bring it this way a little bit. Gosh, am I in camera? Yeah. I'm struggling with it today, aren't I? Goodness me. I'm hoping to leave you all relaxed and enjoying a bit of crafting. Not stressed because you can't see what's happening. What was I saying? Yeah, I want to try and get it in the middle. That's why I brought it towards me a bit. Oh, and preferably the right way up would be good. Yeah, let's just move this out of the way. I think it's blocking your view and mine. Let's see a little bit of white there. Right, what shall I stick that on? I may need to take it off and put it down again, so it is a little bit shiny, but it's not too bad. Pin. So I'm going to go with good old glue stick again. Oh, cardor. Yeah, with this book I've got the same problem that I have with the Edith Oldham and the Flower Fairies. This little book here that I've cut up, it's got really nice things on both pages. I have to decide which one I want. And this is all about the history of Santa Claus. It's quite interesting. But I loved the image on the other side, so the decision was made. I'm going to go upside down with it, so I've got the bit I'm putting down first nearest me. How are we done? Not bad at all. Yeah, got a bit of ink on there, but don't I always when I ink heavily? What do I always say? It adds to the character. Yeah, I definitely think I should have done all this on the other one before I put it in, but goodness me. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, as they say. Sorry about the squeak if the microphone is picking that up. It's quite a horrible squeak if you don't like those sorts of noises. Yeah, I like it with opposite that bit of fabric on there as well. Yes, very pleased with that. So we'll, what did I put it on with? Oops, Fabri-Tac, didn't I? Kicked the bucket. Kicked the rubbish bin. Oh. Okay, so we've where are we with house moving? We have had quite a few viewings already, no we've had quite a few people look at it who we've had feedback from the estate agent who were looking to buy it and rent, which I guess is often the case, but they want, you know, they want to buy it for next to nothing, and I think the estate agents kind of said to them, you know, don't try putting in a really pathetic offer, because we're not desperate to sell and it won't be accepted. But we've got a couple more viewings this week coming up, so we'll see. Because the bungalow's all done, it doesn't need anything doing to it, whereas usually people who are looking to buy places to rent are looking for reasons to knock it down. You know, it needs a new this, that and the other. Not the price down, I should say, not the building. Yeah, so I think we had an influx of those initially. I don't know if I said to you, there's a lot of people booked in to look. We had a couple of cancellations actually. How did that get on there as well? So we'll see, I'll keep you updated. Now Tanya just rubs it, but my fingers don't like that kind of thing, to be honest. It has just made a slight mark on there, but when I ink that page, because I haven't yet. Oh, you're doing the same there, you little devil. Right, so maybe I don't want Fabri-Tac right at the end. Maybe I want art glitter at the end. Oh, mind, that's the second one in, isn't it? So that's that. Maybe I was a bit heavy-handed with it this time. Let's fasten this bit down then. Now, of course, I could have opened the other end and had it as I did consider that, you know, a pocket, or the top even, and had a big journal card in it. But I really didn't want the bulk, the extra bulk. I'm trying not to make this one too bulky. I know I say it all the time, but I'm trying all the time. Yeah, I like that. Really like that one. Right, let's go back to this one then. And fastened that down, didn't I? So we're going to have to mat the back of it first. Get rid of that. Need to just move my bin and stretch my leg. It's right where my leg goes. Oh, that's better. I think what I'll do is, if I can just reach under here, excuse me if the microphone rattles a moment. Oh, and the tripod. Just grab another one of those for size, so that I'm not trying to measure in the book. And just square my glues away a minute, because I'm just spreading to fill the space I've got, which is what we do, isn't it? Everything out the way. Got pins out, lids off. Rubbish on my desk. Let's just have a sort. There we go. Rubbish in the bin. Don't know why that's open. Okay. Now we've got a bit more space to work. I'll get my good old chopper out. Yep, so I've said a few times to you, these papers that I've printed, I didn't print them borderless, and they're printed quite small. I really needed to do them borderless. There's no, you know, if I went close to the edge, there's no pattern to spoil, you know, if it goes over the edge. So I could have done these borderless, and when I print them out again I will. I've got I've only got 2 of the green ones left after this one, so I definitely will be. I'm not getting my big chopper out, I'm just doing the sides with my scissors. Yes, I'll definitely be printing them out again, so I will try and remember borderless, then I'll have a lot more pattern for my money, as it were. I'll have a bigger piece to work with. Not so much at the sides, although it will probably go right to the sides, but the top and the bottom I've taken quite a good chunk off. Good 1.5 centimetres each side, I think. So shall we do a bit of measuring? If we're going to mat this, so it will be slightly inside, not a lot but slightly inside there, the edges of the envelope. At least I'll get straight edges now cutting it on this. I lost my little mark. Must have been on this side, was it? Oh, there. I've got it. Nice piece. Yeah, I see it now. I was looking at the wrong corner. Okay, I'll try it on this piece first, but this isn't the one it's going on. Definitely too long. Don't look even straight, that. Although it might well be my glasses, like I say. Oh, goodness me. What made that drag like that? It must be practically there now, I'm thinking. It is. And of course I didn't ink round this, did I? I was too eager to get it in, as usual. The normal me. It's nice to know I don't change too much, isn't it? Same old with me. I'm like an old dog with new tricks. It is possible. It's not easy. There we go. Not too bad. This one's going to have the image on it anyway, isn't it? Love that image. Yeah, that's kind of Christmas to me. Children and holly and snow, and I know Christmas is a religious thing for a lot of people, and I was brought up religious, going to church, etc, etc. There we go. I have to admit that I don't go anymore, but I do still love the religious side of Christmas as well as the commercial side. Did I use this? I think I did. I'm going to anyway. Yeah, so I think I might, I haven't got one planned in the 4 I've got planned, but yeah, it might be nice to do a religious Christmas journal. I'd really enjoy doing that. And I know somebody I've spoken to who bought a journal off me asked if I did, you know, spiritual journals generally. So I have got one of those planned. Well, I've got like a prayer book journal planned. So that will be a nice change for me as well. I don't know if it's the light on my eyes are just not playing, but I can't see where I've glued and where I am now. I think it's pretty much covered. Oh, whoa. Right. I want to get this way. You can see and I can see. I'm going to go on the long side because I think that's the bit that will show if it's very wonky. I had a feeling that's too far in. I cut it fairly close, didn't I? Which in theory should be good for getting it straight. In theory. That is right on that edge. Now I think I'm going to, if I can, take it up just one more time. I'm just going to put a bit of glue down on here now, just in case it's dried quite a bit, because the edges I can get to, but the middle, if it's got drying bubbles up, I won't be able to. That's it. So I want to be right on this edge, really, or very close to. I don't want it turning up in the middle where it's touching the other page as it turns, as we turn it. Right, if it's still in the corner, too close, I'm going to trim it. Yeah, it definitely wants matting in there. So can I trim a, no, you know what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to stick it on this, and I'll have an envelope that's got already covered to do something with, and I'm going to cut one again smaller. Yeah, that is practically the size of the envelope width-wise. Yeah, I've not got it in the middle top-wise, but I might make pockets or something out of that actually for the journal. At least I haven't wasted my paper. And then we'll try again. What a shame, I've got to play with more paper. It's a hard life I have, isn't it? So this time I'm going to try the measuring route, so then I can say exactly, because I don't want it in there at all. Can you see? So I want it a good chunk away each side. So I'm thinking 12, just over 12 and a half will be more than enough. I've turned that book round, haven't I? Let's have it the right way up, because you know what I'll do. I'll put the paper in upside down next. What did I say? Just over 12 and a half, remember that, while I get the edges off. Yeah, my mind's off now, thinking of something to do with that envelope. Get your mind back on the job, Denise. That's going to be one of those happy accidents that I enjoy playing with. I don't think I inked that mat either as I put it down, did I? Now I come to think about it, I keep thinking that's rubbish and it's the strings. Which way is it? 12 and a half, that way. No, that way. Goodness me. So I need to cut some off the other way. Excuse me. To be able to get that in the trimmer. So I want this. Again, we'll mat it both ways. So we'll go 18. I'd rather have a little bit more brown showing of the card than yeah, and do the same again. The one where I can see it. Where was that one? Fingers crossed. So I said it was a nice simple make, but maybe not quite as simple. Well, it is. I'm doing all the trial and error, so if you, oh gosh, that's way too small. How did I manage that? Right, I'm just going to put you in the middle though, because that's definitely better than having it crashing into the side. Yeah, I'm doing all the trial and error so that if you're having a go, you can see my mistakes. That's my excuse. You can see my mistakes and not make them. It doesn't bother me making mistakes. It's never bothered me. I don't mind you seeing what I do, warts and all, because I think you know, it's real. You need to see. When I first started watching videos, I was I was so in awe of people that got everything, you know, central and right first time and didn't change their mind. You know, and there are places for videos like that, but it's not me. You know, and if I was trying to make videos like that, I would have to do so much filming, doing it over and over again, till you just saw the accurate way to do something. But that's just not me. So I guess I'm your warts and all kind of. Yep, so it's still not quite, I don't know if it's not straight or the envelope's not straight there, but it's definitely gluey down there. And we don't want it to stick while I put this on. All I've got to do is put this on, and then I can leave it open down there. And I still didn't mat that when I put it down, did I? Ink it. Never mind. Oh, I'm getting very gung-ho. Very gung-ho. Definitely time I went and had my breakfast and got showered, I think. Start the day. But I'll be going with a happy heart when I've got these lovely children down in my book. Yeah, definitely time I ate. I'm getting silly. Getting silly. It's, I think I'm at the stage of if you don't laugh, you cry at the minute, so we'll do plenty of laughing. I'm still not ahead with my videos, you probably gathered that. I got ahead one day and then made a boo-boo uploading them. Now I'm back to where I started from. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I just love those on that craft card. Just love them. I'll have to find out where they're from. Bit of glue stuck there as well, isn't there? I'm gonna have to keep turning this over. These two pages and these two. Don't want them sticking and ripping my beautiful papers. They feel kind of dry now. Yeah, not too bad. So they're what we did. Beautiful, aren't they? Yep. Don't know what's going on there, but we will somehow disguise that. It's not too bad, but perhaps a bit of ink. Don't know, might have some trim on it, some, you know, really thin paper trim, not bulky trim, because it's in there. And then this one that I really like. I love that the holly round there against that bit of fabric there very much. And then again that beautiful mat to write on or do with what we will. Okay, so I think that one is dry now, so this is the one I need to be careful of. That's not too bad, but so we'll leave them open there. So thank you ever so much for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed anything here you've seen. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to all of those of you that have. The subscribers are slowly climbing, which means it won't be too long before another giveaway. Should have one more before Christmas, hopefully. Talk to me in the comments. I'd love to chat with you, no matter how quick a comment. Let me know anything you want to, ask me anything you want to, and please come and join me again tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.